She was 35, a woman who lived for her work, quiet, precise, and invisible in a company that only noticed numbers, never the people who saved them. But when the company's shares crashed and panic spread like fire, she didn't break. She rose. She stayed behind every night, fixing what others had given up on, breathing life back into failing reports. Balancing chaos with determination, her colleagues left one by one. But she remained, a lone light burning in an empty office. Her 40-year-old boss, Miss Harper, a woman known for her composure and distance, began to notice her. One evening, after the storm had settled, Miss Harper came to her cabin quietly, looked at her tired face, and said the words she never expected to hear, "You saved the company." It was simple gratitude, but for the protagonist, it meant everything. Years of loneliness cracked under that single moment of acknowledgement. It wasn't love, but it awakened something, the need to be seen, to be valued, to feel warmth again. And that's when she appeared, Maria. The cleaning woman. Maria was middle-aged, gentle-spoken, someone who knew the silence of the office like a second home. She would come every night while the analyst worked, mopping floors, humming quietly, sometimes stopping to ask if she needed tea. At first they spoke little, polite nods, small talk about work. But slowly, the emptiness between them filled with words. Late at night, when everyone else was gone, they talked. About their lives, about the people who had left. About how women like them learned to hide everything that didn't fit the world's idea of normal. The analyst learned that Maria, too, carried a hidden truth. She was a lesbian. Forced all her life to pretend otherwise, the confession didn't shock her. It connected them. Because she, too, was one, though she'd buried that part of herself beneath professionalism and loneliness. The nights grew longer, softer. Maria started bringing her tea, leaving small gestures of care that spoke louder than words. The analyst began waiting for her, not for coffee breaks or cleaning rounds, but for the quiet company that came after everyone left. Then came the night that changed everything. It was raining hard. The office was empty. Power flickered, screens went dark, and the silence turned intimate. They talked about fear, about rejection, about what it meant to want someone when the world said you shouldn't, and in that moment, not planned, not forced, warmth became a need. Maria reached out, brushed her hand against the analyst's cheek. A single touch that felt like permission to breathe again. The kiss that followed wasn't wild or reckless. It was gentle, trembling, real. Two broken women finding a fragment of comfort in a world that had denied them both. They fell asleep together in her cabin, under the soft glow of a desk lamp. But morning always comes, and with it, consequences. When she opened her eyes, sunlight was spilling across the room. Papers scattered, the clock ticking too fast. Panic set in as she realized they were still in the office, still together. And then she saw it, a maroon scarf on the chair. Miss Harper's scarf. Her breath caught. The boss had been there. Later that morning, Miss Harper walked into her cabin as if nothing had happened. Calm, professional, unreadable. She placed a file on the desk, said, "Good morning," and left. No mention of the night before. No judgment. Just silence, but silence can cut deeper than words. Days passed. The analyst couldn't focus. Whispers floated through the office, though no one dared say anything loud. Maria was suddenly transferred, no explanation, no goodbye. Just gone. The analyst's heart broke quietly. She found a note slipped under her office door a few days later. Maria's handwriting. "You gave me something I never had. Peace, even if just for a night. Don't regret it. We were both lonely, and for once we weren't." She read it again and again until the tears came. Not out of shame, but because for the first time someone had understood her. Someone had seen her. Ms. Harper never mentioned that night again. She didn't fire her. She didn't punish her, but she erased her gently, completely. The warmth between them turned to formality. Her eyes became cold mirrors. And yet, sometimes, when their gazes met across the room, something flickered. Sympathy, maybe pain, maybe understanding. In one meeting, Miss Harper said, "We all make mistakes. The question is not what they cost us, but what they teach us." Her eyes met the analyst's for 1 second, a silent confession between two women who would never speak of it again. Eventually, the weight became too much. The office, once her home, now felt like a cage. The desk that had once held her pride now held only memories, the maroon scarf, the note, the emptiness. One night she stayed late again. Alone this time. The same cabin, the same lamp, the same silence. She realized that what haunted her wasn't the act itself. It was the silence that followed. Miss Harper's silence. The company's silence. The silence women learn to live with when their need for affection becomes a sin. And so she resigned. No speeches. No farewells. Just a letter and her ID card left quietly on the desk where everything had started. As she walked down the corridor for the last time, she passed Miss Harper's office. Their eyes met through the glass wall, one final time. No words, no gestures. Just a nod, small, heavy, and full of everything that would never be said aloud. Outside, it was raining again. The same kind of rain that had witnessed her fall and her awakening. She stepped into it without an umbrella, letting it wash away the weight she'd carried for months. And the reflection of the glass doors behind her. She caught a final glimpse, Miss Harper standing by the window, watching silently, her face unreadable. Her presence lingering like an unsent message, and as the protagonist walked away into the night, she whispered the truth she'd come to.
My dear viewers, if you want to watch the full video, the link is given in the description below. Go there and enjoy the complete story. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We promise to bring you the kind of entertainment you love, with every video carrying a meaningful lesson just for you.